So, Cape Flats residents are awaiting the arrival of the army. It's being deployed to crack down on gang violence. The police minister announced this yesterday, saying the SANDF members will be sent to Bonteheuwel, Delft, Hanover Park and Philippi East. ENCA's Leanne Jansen says the soldiers haven't arrived yet. Leanne joining us live now. So, Leanne, when exactly do we expect the boots there to land on the ground?
Hi, Tembikile. Well, at this stage, we've heard from the SANDF that apparently an order had not been given yet, and they will not be on the ground as of this hour, as we'd expected them to be, but probably tonight or early tomorrow morning. So I am currently in the heart of Manenberg, the heart of the Cape Flats. Manenberg has for years gained notoriety as a gang hotspot on the Cape Flats. Just last night, a 20-year-old man was shot in a street just behind me. I just, before going on air with you, received a WhatsApp message of another man who was shot in Mitchell's Plain. Salsa Manenberg is one of 10 areas that have been earmarked for the army to descend on. The other areas include Bishop Lavis, Mitchell's Plain, Delft, Alsies River, Nyanga, Khayelitsha, Mfuleni, and Kraaifontein. So as it stands now, there is no army on the ground. We did, however, walk into a police operation. You can still see the police van behind me. Another one has just arrived with armed police officers going door to door, knocking on everyone's doors, trying to get the culprits of the gang violence. Apparently it has flared up again in Manenberg in recent days.
And Leanne, as we wait for the arrival of the military there, we've seen throughout the day the presence of police there. What are people saying to you? Because these are communities who have for years called for this action.
Just walking through the community, listening to community members speaking, many of them saying it's high time that all these forces descend on the area, and that they've for long been calling for the area to be peaceful and for gang violence to end. This morning, my colleague Stefan Goosen was in Philippi East following police operations there. There's been a mixed reactions from residents in Philippi East as well. Take a listen.
I think it's too late, and it's just a drop in the ocean. I do believe they were supposed to sit down and analyze what is happening, and also have a long-term plan. Just because we see the deployment of the police, but we don't know that how long it's going to happen. And one thing, there's a quote that I like to say: "Nothing about us without us." And I do believe that the community was supposed to be here, and they can hear what is happening, how long is this going to last, and everything.
My voel ek baie gelukkig binne my hart. Toe ek gister 11 o'clock in die sal luister, toe voel ek, hoor ek dat hulle gepraat het van die weermag, die polisie, wat gaan optree teen die geweld, die bende, die mense wat vermoor word in ons areas. Ek voel gelukkige oor, ek is blye oor, my hart voel bly. Nou kan ons kinders veilig skool toe gaan. Ons gaan vroeg in die oggend 'n bietjie vroeg weer toe gaan. Ons hoef nie oor ons skouers te kyk. Ek voel baie gelukkig. Ek is baie bly oor. Ek hoop dit gaan vir altyd so wees.
Tembikile, just to translate what that resident had said, he said he listened to the news at about 11 o'clock last night, and he was so happy to hear that the SANDF would be deployed to the Cape Flats, and now the children can go to school peacefully. People who leave to work early in the morning can do so peacefully as well. So a mixed bag of reactions, some saying it's a little too late, that they've been asking for this for so long, but the bodies keep piling up. Others saying, well, it's a step in the right direction, and thanking the police minister for deploying the SANDF now.
I suppose, Leanne, another level of complexity, if you will, to the situation is that to fight gangsterism and drug abuse and that sort of thing will take a more complicated, if you will, approach than just the deployment of the army, because there are the broader socio-economic implications and causes behind what we're seeing in the Cape Flats.
Correct. It's going to take a lot more than just the army to bring order and peace to the Cape Flats. This is not an issue that started last year or the year before. This has been going on for decades. There are parks in areas like Manenberg where children cannot play because those parks are the battlegrounds for the gangsters. They shoot across parks, across turfs, and it's the children and innocent people who bear the brunt of that. So many times, often every day, we hear how innocent people have lost their lives. Young children, 12, 13, 20, whose lives have been cut short because they were caught in the crossfire of gang violence. So it's going to take a lot more than just policing. It's the justice system that needs to be jacked up, because community members for long have also been complaining that police would arrest a so-called gangster, but in a few hours or the next day, he's walking out with the same gun he had used to shoot someone a week before. So it's going to take a full socio-economic task team, I suppose, to tackle this issue. There need to be systems put in place for our youth to actually change their lives and to aspire to something else other than becoming a gangster.
Leanne Jansen live for us in Cape Town this